No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Today I've convened a meeting of some good friends and some guys who I just recently saw perform the other day. You guys are all on tour together right now. To my left, DJ Scheme. To his left, Fat Nick. To his left, Bexey. How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Swell.
Oh, good.
On tour, just going crazy, you guys.
The tour boys.
The tour boys. You were just on tour with Ski Mask for like months, right?
Since May, man. Like 5 months.
So what's the difference between being on tour with Fat Nick versus Ski Mask?
Not much of a difference. It's really comfortable.
Just go in. Say who parties harder, say who gets more girls. Just be real judgmental and fucked up. Come on.
Okay. All right. Well, with Ski, it's a little like you never know what's going to happen. With Nick, it's like
A little more predictable?
Nick will let you know what we're doing. So it's maybe safer, I would say.
Okay. A little bit. Yeah. I feel you. I won't say too much, but yeah, it seems like Nick might be a little bit more stable. No offense to Ski.
No,
That sounds bad.
No, yeah. Ski's definitely stable.
He's stable.
He just loves doing, like, whatever comes to his mind at that moment, which is fun.
Spur of the moment shit.
Yeah, I enjoy that a lot.
I feel like Nick is more likely to like spend. I feel like Nick's got like anxiety, so he's more likely to just be like low key from time to time. Whereas I don't feel like Ski is ever gonna let anybody let him stay in.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my room and go to sleep and order room service.
That's what tour is for you.
Yeah. Do the show, you go back, you eat food, and you go to sleep, and you get high.
Right. Which is different from the first interview we did where you were talking about all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh shit, yeah, I toned down a lot.
I know, isn't it crazy to think? Weren't you like 18 or some shit when we did that?
I was young as shit. But I toned down. I learned, toned down.
Tone up, fam.
You're toning up.
I'm toning up.
Get just a clock whore.
That's not true.
How did Bexey end up becoming the co-headliner on this whole thing?
I don't even know. We just spoke about it.
Yeah, we were in
Let's
we were in
do
London
it.
together, and we were making music, and we are like, yo, let's just knock out some songs and go on tour together. And we're like, all right, lit.
Stay
Best friends
alive.
go
We
on tour
made that
together.
Stay Alive song.
Wait, we need to get this right up to your mouth. No.
You hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Bite that shit.
Yeah, we made Bite It.
Don't literally
Bit
bite
furry.
it.
Yeah, we made Stay Alive and then just like, fuck it. Let's do a tour.
Dude, you got
Do an EP.
your clone got so many fucking upgrades since I last saw you. You got
know, bro.
the teeth are going crazy. The
Yeah.
eyes are fucking.
I don't know what happened, man. I woke up, looked in the mirror, and it was all there. Like, scary, bro.
Everybody's gotten some upgrades. Actually, you got fucking gold teeth in there. Nick's got all kinds of new face
Been in the
tats.
gym. Look,
Nick's
like,
dreads got a lot longer.
Scheme just got fatter.
You got fatter
Yeah.
since I met you. Yeah, I guess that's
Have you seen
fair.
his waist down? Without the thick. It's
That was
crazy.
mad sus.
But is that a weird thing for you that like the X interview is so iconic and you're just in the foreground,
Riding a bike
just
or
sitting on a
bike?
bike smoking blunts or whatever?
Yeah, that was lit. That was a good time.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's just like a weird role that you sort of played in it. Because like any professional interview, like the person you're interviewing is at the forefront, and that was at a time where there's like 8 other people, and then
Yeah.
X is all the way in the back,
corner.
even though he's supposed to be the focus of that interview.
Screaming shirtless.
Yeah, I appreciate when I saw you guys live because you guys all like go super out of your way to keep like Peep and X's names alive, like just fully like busting out multiple songs during each of your sets. Yeah, is that like important part of going on tour and like just the mentality of wanting to keep these dudes alive,
Facts.
keep their names
every
alive?
show, man. Every single show, you know?
Man, they blessed us, man. That's how I think of it. They blessed us. They left us with a lot of blessings. So it's like, it wouldn't be right if we didn't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What all right, Bexey, tell me about meeting Peep. We got to get some fucking memories flowing here, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to throw some questions out there to start getting us talking about like the bros that we lost in the past year. How'd you
Me
meet
and
him?
Pete, well, it's crazy, man. I was on SoundCloud and I heard Star Shopping, and it had probably 1,000 plays. You know, very like that was when SoundCloud was like wasn't oversaturated. You could scroll through and just hear cool shit everywhere. You know.
There was like 2014. It felt like that.
Yeah,
That's
them
weird.
days.
That was such a
You were just finding new shit all the time. Yeah.
So I found Star Shopping. I had a little following then, like, I don't know, 5K followers or some shit. He had a few hundred. And I played it, and like the first 20 seconds, like, the first few lyrics hit me, man. I was like, this kid's special, you know? Fuck his fame or whatever, he ain't got, I want to work with this kid, you know? So I messaged him, and I was like, bro, you're gifted, like, we need to make some music. And he replied, and he was like, bro, scroll up, look at the fan mail I used to send you.
Really?
So I scrolled up and it was like paragraphs like this, bro.
From him to you?
Yeah, that I hadn't seen. But I had approached him, but he had been sending me messages for months. Like, you're one of the reasons I started this. Thank you, bro. Like, you're an inspiration, shit. So he was in New York, I was in London. It was weird, bro. And like, he used to play RuneScape. So we'd play RuneScape together.
What?
I didn't know that.
You played RuneScape? I
Bro,
played RuneScape.
We made an EP called Romeo's Regrets, and the cover art is the Romeo and Juliet quest from RuneScape.
Oh, I saw that.
So yeah, that's RuneScape.
I'm glad that you guys
So
played
we bonded through like RuneScape, The Warriors, because he's from New York, and then just like music.
The movie. You guys were talking about the movie?
The Warriors, yeah. Yeah, he told me like certain parts where it was shot, like in where he's from, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, man. But it was crazy that I approached him and he had been trying to get a hold of me. It was, you know, meant to be, you know?
Is that one of the reasons, like him talking to you, is that one of the reasons why he ended up going to London?
Yeah. He came there because we was there, you know?
Right.
It was a break from the whole LA, 200 people in his house, fucking all of that bullshit. It was just me, him, and Rain. We would live together, you know? So
Right.
it's just, I don't know. He felt, his energy was like he was from London, you know? He was out there for a few months, came back. He was like one of us, you know?
Right.
The whole way he talked, the whole way he dealt with people after that. Wouldn't let people take the piss out of him, you know? People that was fucking him over, he was like, I can't wait to see him. I'm going to fuck him up. But yeah, you know?
That is a very like
really
English
changed.
mentality, yeah.
Yeah, no, he really like came out of his shell kind of and like found himself in London, you know?
That's fucking crazy.
With
So
the whole Ed Hardy tattoos and the mohawk and like,
yeah,
bro.
stylistically, he took a lot of fucking risks during that time period. All the face tattoos got turned up to a whole different level. That was when he shaved his eyebrows too,
Bro,
right?
there's a video on our laptop and he has no eyebrows. He's like pulling a face that doesn't look humanly possible and he has a fidget spinner. And the weirdest, like, it sounds like music from a mall in Vice City, like the game's playing. And it's just like spinning in his hand. Like, it's legendary. I wish I had it.
How many months was that he was out there in London?
I don't know. I'm really bad with like time and shit. Everything's a blur to me. But like, he was there for a few months. Yeah, he would stay there, and we'd live in the house, and then he'd go to LA, and then he'd FaceTime us like, I'm coming back tomorrow. So like, he'd come back, and stay there, and yeah, man.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. Nick, I was just trying to get this sparked off. How did you meet Peep?
So I think like 2015, Mikey the Magician showed me him on SoundCloud, and like, yo, he's lit. Cause I grew up on like Blink-182, Brand New, Taking Back Sunday, all that stuff. Like, damn, it like had that vibe to it. You feel me?
And that was probably one of the first times that you heard like rap music that had that vibe,
Yeah,
because that was like a
ever.
new concept kind of at the time. Yeah.
So Mikey had his number. We talked, blase, blase, and then we made a song. And then I came to LA, and he was living like maybe like 40 minutes out by the IE, and we just like chopped it up. And then he came. He lived at my house. I was staying in Van Nuys, and he stayed with me like for a month or two, and then we just hopped on tour. It was me, him, Smoke Perp, and that was like his first tour, Perp's first tour.
That's crazy.
One of my first tours.
Holy shit! How long was that tour?
Like, I want to say a month and a half. Yeah, it was lit. It was
What
fun.
was like your impression of Peep from like first spending time with him like that, or being on tour with him? Like, how would you describe who he was as a person?
Dude, no cap, like on my mom's, like on Peep I got in here. Like the first show we did was I think Seattle, Washington, and he was so nervous to perform. Like he wasn't gonna perform.
Really?
He's like, yo, I'm not performing, blase, blase. I like, why? He's like, yo, I'm nervous as shit. Like I've done one show before and it was like 10 fucking people. And I was like, look, I told him quote by quote, like, yo, you're my favorite artist right now. Like you're lit. Like you're about to be like the next generation's like Kurt Cobain in a sense. You know how all the kids now look at Kurt Cobain as like an icon? I told him, you're going to be that for the next generation's people. And yeah.
That's crazy that you said that early on, because now like
I knew it. The minute I saw him, like, you can tell who's a star and who's not. Like, I'm like, you got it. Like, you got the whole thing. Like, you're him.
That's crazy. And he really like was the first. I would say X is the other person, but like he was the first person I saw in like this whole scene, that whole world, that like had that vibe where it was like, holy fuck, like this dude could really like be a huge fucking thing, like on a level that I maybe hadn't even like imagined for anybody that was coming out of that world at that time.
I said the two most. I mean, everyone is influential in a certain way, but the two most influential, important people of this generation is Peep and X. 100% hands down, no matter what anyone says.
Yeah.
I'll fight you about that.
And those two people, 100%.
Right. That's fucking crazy. So were you guys, describe how hard you guys were going with the partying on that first tour? Because I know fucking Perp on there too. You guys must have been going crazy.
It was really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're all safe. Like, I took care of people. Like, I had Krez, like, shout out Krez. He took care of a lot of people. A lot of shit happened, but it was lit. It was really fucking lit.
Especially just because you guys are young, that it's like to any degree that you might be kind of sick of.
Tour,
right.
Everyone was young as shit, and you just want to get fucked up. And, but everyone was safe.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Scheme, how much time you spent around Peep, or what was that like?
Let me be honest.
Yeah.
I probably met him twice.
No, still.
And it was at Trap's house. But it was really cool. He was a really nice kid.
I almost just burned my hand on that blunt.
My bad. Nah,
that
Peep was really cool. You know, like, being part of, like, the members-only side, like, you know, people had their differences when we were younger. But that was at a point where everybody was, like, fucked up and all dumb shit. You know what I mean? So it was easy for people to find, like, you know, where they wouldn't, like, misunderstandings between each other. So I feel like my first impression of Peep, I didn't really get a good impression of him until I actually met him at Trap's house. So, like, when I met him, it was, like, after the fact that, like, the whole argument happened between, you know, like the homies and him.
All the weirdness from that, though, for people who don't understand, that there was like one day, because I remember I was like glued to Twitter watching this unfold, but like basically Ski had been staying at the GBC apartment or some shit, and he left his clothes there.
Peep's apartment.
Yeah. Right, Peep's apartment at the time. And then, did anyone actually steal his clothes, or was he just tweaking?
No, I'll be 100% honest with you. It wasn't Peep, though. So that's why it was like after him and Ski had talked, and it was like, you know, worked out. But like, he thought that, like, you know, like Peep had stolen his clothes, so that's why he was upset at Peep. But it wasn't Peep, and like they came out, you know, they spoke about it after, everything was cool. But like, you know, it was just stupid little things like that. So it was cool to like actually get to meet him after the fact that happened, and like I got to meet him like as a person. He was actually just really, really nice. Just a nice kid, you know what I mean?
It's been weird to see, like, with the X and Peep song coming out, that some people have tried to take that argument and, like, use that as, like, proof that Ski was a shithead or whatever. It's like, these are little arguments that people get into. Like, that's not, like...
People got to understand, bro. Like, that was, like, 2-3 years ago. Like, we're 20, 21 now. Like, we were so young, bro. Like, you know how much dumb shit we used to do? And, like that doesn't, like... That I feel like those things, man, they don't define you. You know what I mean? Some people take that as like, oh, something happened in the past, like something stupid and little as like an argument, and like what you're supposed to hate that person forever. Like, you also don't see the other side of it, where the two artists get to speak about the situation and they become cool and like they have an understanding and they find that middle ground. And it's just like, you know, we're kids from all around the world, like all around the U.S. We're not gonna be like on the same page about everything. So, and
straight up, like, young ass kids, and that's one of the things that really fucks me up, like seeing the way that some people talk about Peep and X, is just that it's like these were like kids who are like all of a sudden becoming famous at like 18, having to like work shit out in their own head, dealing with stuff, dealing with whatever issues they have going on.
That pressure's a motherfucker, bro. That shit's real life, man. Like, I know they know, seeing Peep, like how much he would go through, like being there for like X and Ski, how much shit I have to watch them go through, and like, you're just a homie, so you have to watch it, and you're like, fuck, man, I wish I could do something. Like, the only thing you can do is really be a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird, though, because there is that level of, like, where people want, when someone passes, people want to find someone to hold responsible. You know,
always.
And we've seen that with the Peep thing. Like, I've seen a lot of people try to act like, you know, like the Peep thing in particular was really messy. Like, a lot of people were trying to drag everybody under the sun's fucking name through the dirt, just in a way for like them to feel like they understand or like they have some sort of closure or something. Bexey, I know you dealt with that a lot. So that last tour, how was that? Like, what was the vibe? Because I feel like a lot of people, that's one thing that kind of gets lost, and I've seen this with the Mac Miller thing. Like, the media really presented Mac Miller as if he was this crazy ass drug addict that like was ready to go. Then I actually like spoke to people who were around him at that time and realized like, nah, like this, you know, people can have accidents when it comes to using substances, and doesn't necessarily like mean that that's indicative of where they were at in their life.
Yeah, no, the tour was like my favorite time in my life, you know, like the beginning of it, obviously. Every show was amazing. The energy was beautiful, man. It's like some of my favorite memories ever, bro. Even like that day, like when he woke up, like the whole day before he passed away, it was like a beautiful day, you know? Like, me and him woke up together. We was gonna go shopping, you know, clothes shopping and shit. And just a normal day, you know? The tour wasn't filled with, like, drugs every day. Like, I'm from London, so I don't have all them drugs out there. I don't do all that shit, you know? So me being in America, it's like, all those drugs are, like, unknown to me, you know? But, nah, man, it's fucked up, bro. The whole thing's fucked up. I still don't know how to process it all, that he's not here, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been a crazy thing for you to experience too, because not only do you have to deal with the fact that you just lost your friend while you're on tour in a different country, but then also just the unbelievable amount of like just fucking stupid ass opinions and all the chatter that all these fans and everybody.
Now it's like, I know who I am as a person, you know? I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know who I am, you know? So no outside opinions can fuck with me no more. Someone called fucking James in Australia who lives in his mum's basement saying, you're this, you're that. Am I gonna be like, oh, am I? Does your opinion like decide who I am? Fuck no, you know? I don't even read the comments, bro.
You feel like you had to grow up real fast, like in that moment, just from having to deal with something that crazy?
Yeah, completely. I was a little boy, you know? I was a kid. It's really changed everything about me.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but these people will never say a thing in real life, you know? They know not to.
Facts.
They will never ever say one word, you know?
You ain't never gonna say shit to us.
And if they do, you
'Cause
know
I will
about
fade
it.
you.
The whole world will know about it.
'Cause
No
I
one
will
fucking
beat your
disrespects
ass.
me in real life, you know? I respect myself and everyone around me until you disrespect me, you know?
No cap.
And that's it. I don't know how to hold back, you know?
Yeah.
You pushed it way too far, you know?
Yeah.
But these people don't approach you like that in real life.
Yeah,
You
never. Nick, where were you when you found out about what happened with Peep?
In Miami, at my house. In my living room. It was crazy.
Really? So you were at home actually like having some downtime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I was just with Pete like 5 days ago. Cause I had just came off my Europe tour, and he had stopped in Miami, and he called me like, "Yo, you're in Miami?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just got back like 2 nights ago." So like, "Yo, I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna sleep at your crib. Blase, blase. Let's make music." I'm like, "All right, for sure." So he came to the Evan Miami show, slept over, made music, went out to eat, and it was lit. It was fun.
Where'd you go to eat?
This Italian spot, like we just ordered. It was Uber Eats, but
Well,
yeah.
still good.
Yeah.
In Florida, you know, the options are slightly more limited than LA, I feel like. Actually, no, Miami's got good food.
Yeah, you get a whole lot of diversity.
What yeah, because you sort of been like thrust into a weird position where like you're one of the few people that has been like outspoken and really like knew X and knew Peep. Is that sort of like, was that like a decision that you made because like you were one of the few people that was willing to speak out when you saw a lot of people getting angry about the song that came out?
So a lot of internet people, right? Like you know what you know on the internet, right? That doesn't mean you're friends with them. It doesn't mean any of that, right? You gotta have mutual love for each other because like as an artist supported is that mutual love, right? But at the end of the day, like you don't know him, or like him as in anyone, right? So it's like, how are you gonna say he didn't want this, blase, blase, fuck this? Like you don't know, like you don't know. Like I was with Peep, like I said 5 days before he died in Miami. We talked about everything, like dude, like I can go on for hours. We talked about every little thing, and I don't know how X came about, but he just came up, right? I was like, yeah, he stays 40 minutes from me. Like I'm from Dade, X stay in Broward. I was born in Broward. And he was like, oh, how is the other person? Blah, blah. Yo, he's cool. Like, don't believe everything the internet says. You feel me? Like, internet's filled with a bunch of bullshit. And people just like to be really one-sided just because they don't like you. So there's no, like, it's like an unfair trial. And, like, he was like, look, I got my last show, I think was, like, in LA or something. He's like, I want to come to Miami for a month, chill with you, and then I want to go to London. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And I was like, look, when you come back to Miami after tour, we'll go link up with X because he's my DJ. So, like, it'll be like a whole family thing. He's like, all right, for sure, let's run it. So there were plans to meet. So, and it's crazy. People are like, no, there wasn't. Like, no, there was. Like,
Yeah.
I was there. Like, we made these plans.
People love calling you a liar for
Dude,
saying
it's
that.
crazy.
It's
Like,
crazy.
they're fucking retarded.
Yeah.
They're like, no, he did not. He really did. Like, I had this convo with him one-on-one. Like, we were gonna go to X's and meet, and Josh and stuff because he wanted to have dinner too, right?
Yeah,
so it's like shit. Like, all you can say it's not true, but like us as
It's the
friends
truth,
had
bro.
these convos to go meet. So it's like y'all crazy. Like y'all really batshit crazy.
Yeah. It's like when someone passes, the fans like feel like they know that person to an extent where they want to be able to make all these, you know, they want everyone else to act in a way that makes sense with how they feel like that person would have acted,
Yeah,
you know?
it's crazy.
And it's like, these are people. Like, they change their opinions. They might have said something in private and then change their opinion or whatever. I mean, we all have people that we're good friends with. I remember before I met Scheme, I used to hate him.
Yeah, I used to hate Adam, bro.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah, Adam's been a nice guy since I met him.
I also met you before, before either of us had really done anything.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
that was actually really cool.
Yeah. Back in the day. Because people forget that the Wi-Fi interview was before the X interview.
Ooh, man, I remember when he was like on Twitter about that because X wanted an interview, and he had already known that I knew you, so he would always be like mad persistent about it. Like I'd be like, man, when we go to LA, man, we gonna see Adam, man, we gonna get an interview, and that's why really the interview was so long because like he was so excited to do that, bro. Like that was like we were at such a low point, so it was something like. To do an interview with you, we thought that was like the coolest shit.
It's crazy too, because that, like, even by the standards of me interviewing like people that were pretty up and coming at the time, like X really was small, but he had like a crazy number of like
Dude,
his fans were losing their
bro.
minds about
It
him.
was like 13,000 followers, but like 13,000 of those followers were like real.
Right.
Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
And that's why I had to check it out too, because I was like, what the fuck is this name? This weird
They
name.
would blow you up.
Yeah.
I remember that. You would be like, oh man, I gotta interview this kid because all these people are like hitting me up about it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like that was like our whole thing. Literally, that was our whole thing. It was like cult like, but like we're family. You know what I mean? Like the fans would understand that we are family. So when we want something done, know it's for you guys. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to like scream what you want at the top of your lungs? You know what I mean? That's what we would tell the fans. So it's like, yo, we want a song with this person. Blow them the fuck up. Blow up their Instagram. That would happen. Like when the Drake shit happened. Blow up Drake's shit. Drake's gram was blown the fuck up. You know what I mean? It was like shit like that. That's like, we try to base our fans like that. That's how we
And
want.
now you can't even do that, because if you tell your fans to all go harass somebody, they'll be like, oh, you're targeted harassment or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. Our fans aren't like that. Our fans don't give a fuck.
Right.
I love them. They're the best.
Yeah.
Our supporters are the best.
So
If
did
you
you
support Ski and like all the underground movement and X and Nick and Puya and Bexey and everybody, those are like the best fans in the world.
Well, do you feel like that has brought you guys all like closer together, just having to
100%.
endure such fucking trauma?
100%. Yeah, I can't lie. I will definitely say that like, bro, I used to look at these boys when I knew that Pete passed away, and I used to be like, oh my God. Like, if something like that happened to me, I wouldn't know what to do. And then when it happened, like, 100% I can say this. Nick and I got closer, for sure. And I got closer to Bexey, got closer to Rain, I got closer to everybody. Like, it just, you like, mutual experience. So that was what really made it.
You
made
feel
us
like
closer.
You feel like Pete passing like changed the way that you guys live your lives? Like, did it make you want to reconsider like anything that you guys do?
I don't really do drugs like that, you know. I like acid and mushrooms, but like I don't know about all these other drugs, you know. So.
Nick, we worry about you sometimes. Russ worries about you.
Oh, shit.
I know you do. No, I definitely tone down a lot. Like, I think it's like this, like, and we speak about addiction, like, you really gotta have the mind of an addict to understand it. Like, do I wanna stop? Yeah, but no, so I'm not gonna stop. But I've toned down a lot, you feel me? I know my limits, I know my boundaries, and I'm smart with it. So it's like, it sounds shitty, and it sounds retarded, but like, I'm kinda cool in.
No, I feel you. There's like a level, like, because people that, again, like in these situations, people just want easy answers and they want like hard and clear distinctions. They want to hear somebody say like, yeah, I don't do anything anymore. I've completely stopped. I'm sober. You know, it's not
I've
that
been
simple
sober,
for a lot
like,
of people.
no cap, like 5 years. And that's like daily, you feel me? But like I said, I know my limits. I know what to do. Like, I'm like, nah, Nick, like, you done too much today. Like, so I played smart. Like, it still sounds bad, but I'd rather be educated on a topic and be smart on how to do it than uneducated and just fuck myself up.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you? You go on tour with Ski Mask. That must offer a lot of challenges in terms of opportunities to turn the fuck up every night.
Gabe drinks one line and gets fucked up for a week.
That's not even true.
You're a really low,
you know
low
what?
tolerance lean drinker?
No, not at
I
all.
am.
I will
I
say
can't go near this shit.
I was, but not anymore.
Really?
For sure. Like, I mean, man, the first time I sipped was like in the 8th grade. At
Really?
my grandma's house. I found some in her medicine cabinet. And it was my cousin's. I fucking hated him. So I was like, a drug in his name? Fuck you. Pull up.
Right.
People would like my older homie, you don't know what you're doing, man. It's not good. So, you know. But whatever, you know, it's like I don't do it like I don't have a problem with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really do drugs like that. I love smoking weed. That's pretty much it.
I noticed you didn't even try to pass the blunt to anyone.
I mean, I don't know if y'all on that, man. Like,
Yeah, right. You're on tour with them. How would you not know if they're on that?
some people don't like to smoke during interviews.
No, I'm one of them, man. I fucking
Hit that little shit, man.
nah. That roach still kill me. Yo, should I do it?
Do it.
All right, fine.
What the fuck?
Wait, but here's the question before we even get into it, because I do want to address Russ's concerns. Is that his whole thing that he said was that he doesn't appreciate, or he thinks it's fucked up when people use drugs as like a marketing gimmick. Do you feel like you've been guilty of that? Anybody here at this table?
You know, I just FaceTimed Russ a week ago.
Me too.
I haven't spoken to Russ.
I talked to him on the phone.
I just talked to him.
It's
So
cool.
we squashed it. It was cool.
No, we just talked about it, and like, so like we're on FaceTime together, and like it was weird. Like I didn't know what to say. Like shit. I like, oh, this is Russ. Like this Nick. Blase, blase. And we were talking like, look, the main reason why I didn't fucking like you is because 2 reasons. You had that shirt that says the Zen and Lean, like all that bullshit. It's like, yeah, I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're saying, but you're saying it in the wrong way. Like for example, these kids that are hooked on Xanax, some of them need them for anxiety, and Xan withdrawals are worse than heroin withdrawals. So like if you stop doing Xanax, like you can and you will seizure up and you can die. Like my homie right now, we doesn't do Xanax, he'll have seizures every day. So it's like say in a way that kids will understand and be safe off it. You feel me? And then I'm like, the second thing I'm mad about is right when Pete passed, you said shit about drugs, like right when he died. And I'm like, look, I'm a grown man, like maybe you didn't intend it, but you said it right when he passed, so it sounds like you directed it at him. And I was like, those are 2 main reasons why I don't like you. And then he told me, he's like, I didn't say it about Pete, blase, blase. Like, it's nothing about him. And then we just pretty much just squashed it. I was like, cool. You say as a man it wasn't towards Pete, then I'm going to take it as a man and be like, all right, cool. Then I feel you. And we'll just, I'll drop.
You feel like a lot of your fans are pissed off that you didn't keep the beef going? Because, like, I have my fans always screaming, fuck Russ at me on the street now. And I'm like, hey, come on.
Dude, every show I've been to, no bullshit, people have custom fuck Russ t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
It's like they want to hold on to it more. Like for you or me, it's like, all right, like it's good to just get along with people.
You
Let's
told me you
squash
didn't
it,
mean that
whatever.
about Pete, cool, all right, then that was my main grudge. Like, I don't got anything else against you. So,
You want me to be honest?
Sure.
If I was Russ and I was getting all that attention, even though it was hate, like, doesn't Tekashi get the same hate? You know what I mean? Not the same hate. Not the same hate. I'm saying, listen. Like, you bring Tekashi up and people are like, yo, I don't fuck with him because of the shit that he's done, right? But people, it's like a bunch of kids that are on the fuck Russ shit. You know what I mean? Like, for Tekashi, it's like older people sometimes. Like, most older people don't like him because of the past and shit. Hear me out though. All the hate that Tekashi gets, he gets so many plays, right? All the hate that Russ gets, he sells out arenas. He literally, his albums do great, his songs do great, and it's like the more that people have been hating on him, the more people talk about him. So like, I get it, you know, you break as a person, you have to go do things, but at the same time, it's like you could have just stayed quiet. Maybe the fuck Russ shit could have even gotten bigger, but you would have gotten even bigger than it, and then it's like you're adding so much fire to your flame. Like, I don't think that's
I think
L.
the whole fuck Russ thing definitely like helped his career,
Oh, dude,
because
100%.
anyone who was saying fuck Russ are not the kind of people that were listening to Russ in the first place. The same thing with the J. Cole thing. Like when people were making fun of J. Cole, he came out and sold like the #1 record in the fucking country. It's like the people who listen to J. Cole don't really give a fuck about anyone who's saying fuck J. Cole. And in Russ's case, it's like if you actually listen to his music, he spends a lot of time talking about, you know, other rappers, people who are doing other things that he's not doing. So it's like that actually I think was kind of good for him to like make it clear like these are the people that I am different than.
There's a lot of people in this world, bro. So like just how we have our side of like drugs and bullshit and party and shit, there's that other side that looks at us like, you guys are pieces of shit. And they stream music. They got a lot of money. Those people pay a lot of money for shit.
Oh, yeah.
They'll buy expensive tour merch. Our fans, you know, we slang them the you know, we give y'all the good shit, man. But it's like, it's a little cheaper, man. It's fire, though. It's fire.
You still feel underground?
Me as a person?
Do you feel like connected to that?
Forever, dude. Just because my homies got like a couple plaques And because I DJ for X or Nick or Ski, that don't mean shit, man. We all came from that one place. I feel like knowing where you came from keeps you grounded. That's what keeps you grounded. Like when people, and I've seen that, I've gone in the underground and are like, nah, we've broken the roof. We are no longer underground. We don't say that shit no more. Like, they become very arrogant, and like sometimes their music, like they think, oh, I'm gonna change my music for some reason. So I feel like that's questioning yourself, and then it just comes out bad, and then that's when you get oversaturated, and people are like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah. Well, it is crazy, just like all the shit that we've all seen happen over the past couple of years. Like, never in a billion years did we think that we would see Lil Pump with 13, 14 million followers
I will say, though,
selling like he is now.
Yeah, I did.
You saw it?
Yeah, Wi-Fi did too. He told me about Pump, and I was like on the train early.
Right.
Yeah, Pump's lit.
I was on early too, and I definitely thought Pump was tight, but I like didn't think it was going to be like this. You know, it's like I thought it would be like he could, you know, have songs and millions of plays. That you know, that's a lot from our perspective. You know, I didn't think it was going to be like it ended up.
He had to. There was no option. That was like what he was shooting for. Same thing with Ja. Like X shot for that. He was that. You know, you just got to shoot for it.
Right.
Like Pump was like, I'm gonna be arrogant. I'm gonna be ignorant. I'm gonna speak about it. I'm gonna do drugs. And then it was like, I'm gonna be lit. And like he just did it. He found the right people too, though. I will say that's a very key thing, finding the right people. But I mean, when
if
you
Pump
put
had
that
got
out,
some bullshit ass deal instead of getting with Lights, who actually like did it with him, you know, like things could have gone very differently. You know, a lot of people get bad management, bad label, or some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Could fuck anything up.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that happen. That's happened a lot around us, though. For sure. A lot of the homies sign bad deals, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it's like, what the fuck?
Do you wish 6ix9ine was from Broward? Like it hurts seeing New York get one.
I don't know, man. I mean, dude, listen, you want to know something funny? Me, Ski, Rob Banks, Tekashi had dinner once. And like I was rolling weed. I have like a video. And it's
How
funny.
long ago?
Dude, like before, man, like maybe a year and a half ago. It's like before that, like the whole, like he was lit. I think it was right before he signed a deal.
Right.
With whoever.
Like when he had polls come out?
Yeah.
That's when I like
think that
gave
was
him the interview pretty much.
I don't know if that was out.
I don't think he had signed yet when we did the interview. It was like when polls was buzzing, but that was about it.
Yeah, dude. Shouts out to him.
So you guys are Treyway too, or how do you feel about him?
Yes.
I love Tekashi.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
I don't know.
Bexy's like, oh.
I don't know, man.
What are your reservations?
I don't know. I know a few songs from him, but I don't really bump his music like that.
Dude, he's like 8 for 8 right
He's
now,
50
right?
Cent.
Dude,
He's
like
like
8 for 8. You can't
he's
say
the
shit.
epitome of Spanish. Where's he from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, Bushwick.
Brooklyn Spanish motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's like epitome of what it is. And like the ignorance of New York, it's like 50 Cent in the Spanish form. And I'm Spanish, so I root for Tekashi. And I feel like if you don't, man, you just hating, man.
When we were, you can't deny it, because when we were on that boat in
all they
Hawaii,
did was play
there was so
Tekashi.
much 6ix9ine playing, and I was like, this is like us recreating his trip to Hawaii.
Yeah. That's hilarious. That was fun. Nick, we got to go out to Hawaii. Bexy.
Oh man, I've been wanting to go to.
Oh no, they hit me up. We're going.
Tony Hawk's Underground, man.
We going to Hawaii.
Hawaii goes stupid hard.
Yeah.
We're in the venue. The fucking promoter walks us out, hands us the money from the fucking show, and then walks us right to the strip club across the street to spend the money. Although I don't know if we really spent any money. I felt like everything was free.
Everything was free out there. So free.
And we need to go Brazil. It's a new wave.
I'm on that.
I went on my analytics on Instagram.
Brazil's popping for you.
No, for real. It's United States, Russia, of course.
Yeah.
And then Brazil is equal.
We're
Russia
going.
now.
And that's where they got all the big asses at, too.
Oh, Brazilian girls are the most beautiful girls in the world.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Anybody here have a girlfriend? You do.
Shouts out my little mama, man.
She's Brazilian?
Nah, she Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I'm never having a girlfriend again.
Oh, I feel that.
Well, you got hurt this year?
Huh?
You got hurt this year?
Been hurt, man. For real. I have a big heart, you know.
Me too.
I've been hurt too many times, you know.
I feel that.
It's like one more time, it's gonna kill me. So I have girls, but it's like,
Yeah.
can't get too close to me, you know.
No, you have to be like
dangerous.
that forever, man.
Have to. I made like a pact with my boy. Like, if I ever get close with a girl, like, stop it. And like, You know,
That's
Murder
gangster.
me. Just
I love
take me
being
out.
around girls.
Dude,
though,
I
like,
hate that
the
you're
energy,
saying
but-
that. I hate that you're saying that because all the bitches are gonna be like, I need Bexey.
Yeah, Bexey the
I know,
ultimate.
but no, they know that. They know that. They know that. They know that.
That's raw, man.
Like a serious relationship, you know, like all that whole texting and
Yeah, I feel that.
"Dude, why did you like her photo and like
It's a lot
all
of
that
commitment.
crazy shit.
It's a lot of commitment.
I'm going through too much to have that on top of it. You know?
I feel that. I
So
feel that.
I don't need all that. You know?
I know.
I need to just be focused right now.
I feel that it's a lot of opening up. It makes you mad vulnerable.
I mean, yeah.
But there just has to be that understanding level.
I just
but
don't
I feel
trust
you
people,
though.
bro.
I feel that.
You know,
100%.
when you think you've had something perfect, and it's like, yeah, this shit never gonna fuck up. Bang, they do the opposite, and it's like, right, I thought you was this and you was that. You fully convinced me, you fucking liar. Now it's like, next time I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's perfect. Oh no, wait, the other bitch done this to me. It's like, you know.
It's hard for me not to like develop feelings though if I start giving a girl dick for long periods of time. It starts to just sort of build up. Like, oh, I just want to
No,
cuddle with
I
you.
know.
love you.
I want to love you.
I know that. Feel you 100%.
I got love, man. I give love, man. A lot of love, man. I love.
Dude, I fall in
love
love
giving love,
almost
man.
every other day.
Yeah,
you knew
dude.
about this dude.
I'm a lover boy.
Yeah.
I fall in love all the time.
I didn't want to wife up my girlfriend. I just wanted to fuck her.
Dude,
I couldn't.
I've
You know,
never,
after a while.
I never asked out my girl. We just ended up like together.
It's just like when you find one who's just gang enough.
Well, she's gang. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that for sure.
She's
Treyway.
Treyway.
For sure.
We just said Treyway at the same time.
That was weird. I was like, did he really just say that at the same exact time I did?
Definitely.
Treyway's the crew of choice for us right now.
Fuck, man. It's so hard.
We're all just aspiring to make it.
Man, I'm from the east side, man. I'm from the east coast. So it's like, you know, I feel like there's west coast shit, you know, and then there's east coast shit. I don't ever put them against each other, but like I favor the east coast shit, like the southern east coast shit too. I mean, even, man, I fuck with the east coast. But
How do you guys feel about the Peep and X song?
man, that shit hard. I'll tell you what, though. It should have really been Peep, McConan, and X.
Yeah, I agree. It
Yo.
would have been a hit no matter what.
It would've been a
Why take them off and release the original
Yeah.
3 days later?
Yeah,
Whatever.
for sure. Dude, I'm a huge McConan fan.
Me too, bro.
You feel me?
Legend.
But it's like the label wants it to be a certain length.
No,
They
no,
want
no.
it,
Listen. You know what I understand? I understand that the family has to eat.
Right.
My brother's gone and their brother's gone and family lost a person. Man, your family gotta eat, bro. You gotta understand these kids made a lot of money and a lot of taxes to pay and there's a lot of shit to do. So when like people go and speak out about like either Peep's mom doing something with Peep's music or Ja's mom doing something with Ja's music, I feel that's so disrespectful that people say anything towards that because it's like, yo, you don't fucking know them like Nick said. And also, bro, you gotta understand, bro, the family has to eat, bro. They did that so they families could eat and nobody could be poor anymore in their family. You get what I'm saying? Like, why don't people talk about Michael Jackson selling merch? Or like these old bands selling merch and people being like, oh, what's up with their families doing this? Because that's where the money's going. So
Yeah,
it's
could
like,
you imagine if the families of Kurt Cobain was like,
Dude.
how dare Urban Outfitters be selling this shirt and shit?
It's like,
like
yo, they family making racks off that month, millions off that shit, man. Like, that's so disrespectful. I see that a lot, and it's so disrespectful.
I think the whole thing's unfortunate just because it's sort of forced a lot of fans or whatever into this Pete versus X conversation that is like the number one conversation that does not need to take place. Like,
it's
they're gone. They need to be
not
honored, you
real.
know?
There's
It's
a bunch
not
of fans
real.
that don't get it.
Yeah, they don't.
Or like they just have like a anti-X agenda for some weird reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, like how I said, Peep and X were the two biggest people of this generation. Like they should be happy. Like that's the biggest record. Like you have Peep and you have X. Like the
Raw.
two like people who's like the leaders of the youth. You feel me?
For sure.
And all these kids have like an anti-X agenda for what God knows. I don't know.
Nah, I will even say too the anti-Peep agenda because there's both sides. Like both sides come and they like form this one monster.
I
And
don't
it's
feel like there's that much of an anti-Pete crowd, though,
Nah,
but there's
there's
a
not, but-
huge
I ain't never
anti-X
seen
crowd.
Yeah, I think on my
100%.
comments is, on my side it's anti-X.
No,
Yeah.
for
I don't
sure,
know.
for sure. But that's because, you know, I'm honestly that's something that like people on the internet have to figure out within themselves. Because I don't know what they got going on. Some people are just crazy, bro, and they just feel like they have like some weird entitlement to say something on the internet.
You know
where
what
it's
I
like,
hate about the internet?
I don't know. It's just
It's
stupid.
how complete strangers will try
Yeah,
like
facts.
tell you your relationship with people. Like
Yeah, dude. Someone
love you. He didn't know you.
Dude, someone said I knew Peep for a week. Like, someone tweeted, Fanning knew Peep for a week. I was like,
Bro,
yeah?
come
He lived with me for like
on,
2 months.
I feel
Like, he
that.
went on tour. Dude, kids are...
I can't
these
lie.
kids are...
No, see,
dude,
I
don't know
feel
what the
that.
fuck
I
they're
feel
doing.
that because Peep shit within the friends is more controversial because with Ja, all my comments are nice. I don't get any hate, bro. All my supporters love the fuck out of me and all of my homies, and that's the difference. And I feel so bad because I think it's so stupid. In this Peep situation, you should know what's what, man. It's black and white.
I feel like Peep had a lot more friends than X, whereas X kept like a really small little circle. But Peep was like such like a loving person that he just would go and hang out with all kinds of different people. That's why when he passed, his fucking 15 girls like acting like they were dating him and all this crazy shit because
too nice.
And that was like I don't know. I wouldn't say his downfall,
People
but that
took advantage of that though, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, for
It definitely did.
Definitely,
a few people.
bro.
I can't wait to see.
Me too, man. If Bexey fading, I'm fading. Like no
Same.
matter what.
I don't
And
know.
me.
God, if I actually was willing to fucking start shit with like the people who were talking bad about X and shit, God, or I mean Peep, it was more selective, I guess, but like God, when like the number of people who were going crazy about the X thing was just like I had to just start ignoring it at a certain point, you know.
My DMs are open, by the way.
Same.
Anybody can DM me, and you can send me a location. I'll pull up. I'll fight you on my soul, man.
On Treyway.
Yeah, that too, man.
Yeah, but you know what it is too, though, is it's like the fans want to just break down these artists into being like the simplest things. They want Peep to be a saint and they want X to be a monster.
Yeah,
and the
for
reality is that nobody's that simple.
And you know what I love about Ja is that he has the real ones that actually love him. So every time someone hates on him, like it's like all his fans like, fuck you, burn in hell, bitch. like you know what I mean? And that's why I love them because like reciprocate that energy, bro. Like they, you know what I mean? Like let them know if they hating, man, they gonna have some haters, man.
The Kanye shout out from yesterday.
Oh, dude, that's raw.
Keeping
man.
the name alive.
Man,
That's crazy.
Man, that shit lit, man.
It is lit. But I mean, that's like, it's crazy as fuck. It was said in a weird context because he's talking about how, you know, Kanye has this amazing relationship with A$AP Bari, apparently, because at some point people will watch this and they're not going to remember what I'm talking about. Kanye has this friendship with Bari. He came out and said like that he felt guilty because he was scared to say how much Bari meant to him publicly because he didn't want people to come after him because Bari had his accusations of his video that came out or whatever, and he compared that to X thing. Like he loved X, but he was scared to come out and say something about it. And as much as people want to hate on Kanye for saying that, I think that was big of him to be that honest, knowing that people would respond the way they are.
Exactly. I'm glad that he was real about it because it's like, bro, a lot of people were like that, bro. I will even say that when he was alive, people would keep their relationships with him like under wraps. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know what I mean? Who gives a shit though now? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna come out and say something, bro, just you know what I mean? You might as well just say the truth. And that's why I respect Kanye, cause it's like at least you respected my brother's artistry enough. And if not, and if you're just trying to make some clout move on my brother's name, then fuck it, man. You finna make us more money too, right? Run it up, man. We gonna run it up, right? If that's what y'all want, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like our people know what's up, man. You know what's up with John, man. You know how good of a person he was. You also know how good of a person Peep was. So the people that like hate on that shit, it's like, man.
And at the end of the day, like
Whatever.
they were both just kids, and that's the thing. I can't like. It just hurts to see people talk about them like especially in X's case where it's like, yeah, he had a fucking troubled past, and it's like you can't just like write off somebody's entire life because they were abused and probably had some of those tendencies as well, you know?
Man, go grow up in Florida where X grew up in the same conditions. And I'll say this about any ghetto and any you know, like poverty location and, you know, like even sometimes lower middle class shit, man. Like, yo, it gets real out there, man. Like, that's why the drug shit is real. Like, these kids are finding an escape, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like, it's really real out there in the field, bro, and in life in general. Like, so it's like, you never know what a person has gone through. So when you see people say, oh, this person did this, it's like, damn, let me do a little more research. Let me figure out where they from and what it's like to grow up out there. Because I'll show you some videos, man, of some crazy shit that goes on out there. Like back in the day on YouTube, people would post and shit like down south in Florida, man. That shit gets crazy out there. So it's like live through that shit, man. Live through abuse and family drug abuse and shit like that, man. And then tell me that you come out making the best choices. You know what I mean? How many times out of 10 a person will go and make a good choice when they're surrounded by negative bullshit?
Yeah, when you've been brought up in all this crazy shit, you can't just expect somebody to be this fully formed person by 18.
Man, man. Like, y'all grew up with rich ass families, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all families love y'all, man.
And at the end of the day, if you love somebody, like, yeah, you can forget about or ignore the things that they've done wrong in their life because you love them. Like, a lot of times when we hear this conversation about X, it makes me just feel like if that was all it took to write somebody off, then I'd have to write off my dad. I'd have to write off my grandfather. Like, you know, all this shit. Like, I know a lot of fucking dudes who are great people, but have, like, you know, dealt with their anger issues and have done things that were violent.
facts.
And it's like,
That's what I'm saying,
you accept
bro.
that because people aren't simple enough to just break them down to the simplest elements.
Facts.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so fuck. How's tour going?
Nice.
Is that a good transition?
Yeah, it's lit. We had like 3 off days so far in LA.
Oh,
It's
it's
been cooling.
been awesome.
Hot tub.
Don Krez.
A lot of Don
Oh,
Krez.
Don Krez.
Don Krez experience, man.
Yeah. How's your relationship with Puya these days?
It's good. It's tight. Like, I have my own shit. Like, before it was like really like Nick and Puya, Nick. Like, it was like a duo thing, right?
Right.
Like,
Scissors?
now I got my own
I
shit
don't.
going. He got his own shit going. So, like, yeah. Like, we don't live with each other. We used to live in the same house. Like, we all got our own shit. Like, that's still my best friend till I die, you feel me? Like, no matter what. But he got his own shit. I got my own shit going. And it's awesome, you feel me? So whenever we come back, like, we both have these 2 amazing markets to put together.
Right.
Yeah.
That is dope. Yeah, that's like a weird thing with the fans too, is that they probably, like, if you're best friends with someone, hanging out with them every minute of the day, they want you to just keep doing that forever.
No, yeah. Like, right now, like, I'm doing my America tour. He's doing his Europe tour, you feel me?
Right.
And then when he gets back, I think I'm going to go overseas. So it's like, we're both on different schedules. That's still my bestie.
Yeah. That's what's up. I played poker with him for like 10 hours the other day.
I heard. Lit.
It was cool. It was like doing a really, really long podcast where there was no pressure to talk at all. And actually, I started to feel bad. I was like, damn, I haven't said anything to him in like 20 minutes, and we're just sitting here.
Dude, when I used to live with him, it'd be like 3 in the morning. And I'd go knock in his room, see he was there. Like, oh, you want to like go grab food or some shit? Casino till like 8 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he's an addict?
Yeah, 100%. Casino.
Yeah, he was talking to me about like how he sort of keeps it in balance, you know, because he doesn't want to like fully
Hell
go
no, you don't
overboard
keep
with
that
it.
shit in balance.
I was like, this is like lean. Fat Nick has lean. You have poker, huh?
He
He's
made
like,
50
yeah, pretty
racks
much.
that day, though.
Yeah. 50 racks. That's pretty good. That's a good show.
It's a great show.
Oh man. Shit. Bexey, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad I'm out my room alone, you know.
Yeah.
Glad I'm exploring America.
Is that what you're on when you're at home though? Is you're just fucking gloom and despair in your
I'm really
room?
like a little nerd, you know. I just play games and watch weird YouTube videos. And I don't know, man. Read shit.
What do you
Make
play?
music. I've gone off Fortnite, really.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah. I don't like what's become. You play every day. I ain't gonna split you.
What did it become?
You gone off it?
I'm not gonna touch that.
You play every day?
Getting lower and lower.
I feel that, bro.
You know what I like?
You know what I will say though?
Go ahead.
No, you say.
Right, I liked it when it was just building, right? I was like, okay, this game's so different from every other game.
Season
it was like,
2.
okay, here's cars. Cool, I can get out the storm quicker,
Slide.
blah, blah, blah.
It's all right.
And then they put in shit like, you can be chasing me in the game, right? I can box up, throw a grenade on the floor, like that's a portal, and it can teleport me behind you,
Yeah.
fly around you. It's like, there's grenades that boost you like
feel
100 foot in the air.
feel that, I
It's
feel
too
that.
much. I just want to build and drive.
Man.
It's like RuneScape, it got worse with every update.
What? RuneScape when
Yeah.
they went to the 3D or not the 3D
Bullshit,
like
yeah,
the
fuck
high
that.
graphic shit.
Yeah, fuck
ruined
that.
the fucking
Fuck
game.
that. Look,
they ruined the
Black
game.
Skimmy from RuneScape. That's why I got it. Yeah.
You just inspired my next tattoo because
What are you gonna get? Oh look, law rune also.
Dude.
Where you teleport, bro.
oh my, that's
Yeah.
a law rune.
Yeah, you need it to tell you. Varric.
I know.
Camelot. All that.
Lumbridge.
Yeah.
See, even the building is too much for me. Like, I'm very far removed from like the first-person shooter thing.
not
So when
a
I'm
builder?
watching Ninja play it and he's building these crazy
Isn't it
fucking things,
beautiful?
and I'm like, what
It's
is
beautiful.
this? Like, what is this supposed to represent?
It's ruined now.
That's
But
what- listen.
You know what you will like, bro? The new Call of Duty.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You'd say Call of Duty, but it's Call of Duty.
Duty.
Wait, can you do that? Can you do
Duty.
that? We're doing
Right,
it.
guys, leave a comment in the comments. Is it A, water, B, water, or C, water? A, B, or C? Keep going.
Water.
Most comments
Water.
wins.
Water.
You know what it is?
Water.
Water.
Hey, dude, I got Cheetos on my fingers, bro. I'm from America.
Yo.
Have you had hot Cheetos
I'm
yet?
such a Bexey
Nah,
fan, man.
I can't eat like anything hot.
Really?
I don't even like onions, peppers, nothing.
That's an English thing, huh?
Some white
No,
shit.
it's
Those
just
flavors
me,
don't
yeah.
exist over there?
Some white
Some
shit,
like-
man.
No, they got Indian food over there and shit.
Yeah, but if I get that, I have to just get like the plain kurma and
White rice.
Bro, I went to Chipotle. Where did we go? Where it's
Chipotle?
Like, it has signs like it has like 3 peppers is hot, 2 is like kind of hot.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And-
yeah.
I don't know, but it said barbecue, and then there was no peppers next to it. And I was like, she's like, what heat do you want? Expecting me to pick 3. I was like,
Him doing an American so good.
barbecue. She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, barbecue. Comes out, the shit was like, just like, bro, but it had no spice. I don't know what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm deteriorating.
Yeah. No, shit's
I'm not really. I've always been this way.
Shit's spicy out here.
Yeah, I hate spicy food.
Yeah, spicy in the field.
I'm into it,
No
but
Cheetos, none of that.
I'm not like eating Cheetos.
I just
whether
don't
they're hot or not.
understand it. It's like horror movies. It's like you're paying money for hot food for your tongue to like.
Yeah.
You're watching a horror movie to like look around your room like something's gonna kill
I know
me.
what
You don't
mean.
like horror movies?
I know what you
Nah.
No, I was stereotyping because I assume that's the kind of thing you'd be into.
People are like, you don't like horror movies?
I don't like them either.
I like horror movies, but I've had too many weird experiences with spirits to watch the
feel
fucking
that.
The Grudge and all those films where shit moves around and yeah.
That shit kind of is. I don't know. I like.
I've had too many weird
like 'em.
experiences.
I think
get flashbacks.
I don't have enough of an imagination for horror movies because I just don't
Too many
really.
ghosts.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
that,
take
that
it
too.
serious enough to get into it. It all seems goofy to me. I can't like. I don't really get scared
laugh
because I
at
never
shit like
get
that.
into the movie.
I know what you mean.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
If you had been through some shit though, you would.
I've never had any
No, see,
spiritual
that's right.
experiences.
No,
I'm gonna keep it
I've
buck.
been
I watch
chased
some
out of
horror
rooms,
movies.
bro.
That's all you
I
watch.
feel that.
Like when I'm on
Because
Hulu
you
or
wouldn't
Netflix,
want to experience
Me
that.
and Netflix just horror movies.
Really?
And every time there's
That's
a new
true,
horror
right?
movie
That's
come
right,
out,
that's right.
I go to the movies and watch it.
Facts.
That's like my favorite pastime.
Really?
Movies.
You like
So-
Halloween Horror Nights?
I haven't
We're
been.
going off
You never
the tour.
been?
I'm slowly starting to do these kind of things. Like I just went to
fly
Universal Studios for the first time with my girlfriend. That
Try
was
the big donuts?
I didn't try the big donuts, but I
Yes.
went on the Harry Potter ride and I got sick.
Butterbeer?
I had to go home and take a nap.
Butterbeer? You didn't get any butterbeer?
It's not really my thing. I'm not really a beer guy.
It's not beer.
Yeah, but whatever butter. I'm not trying to
It's
drink
like
like
a
a butter
word beer.
I heard it was good, but I'm not
All right, I feel that.
I don't know.
Oh wait, you're a vegan right now.
Vegan? No, I just don't really do that extra sugar thing. I got a little bit of almond milk in this coffee.
Smart. That's smart.
That tastes good.
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get real diesel shape.
Hey, where's Simpsons World?
That's at Universal.
Where is that?
You want to go?
Universal
LA?
Studios. Yeah, yeah. It's
I
like
went to Miami too.
15.
You know there's a quickie mart you can actually go in.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
You
seen
haven't
it.
seen it?
I did a vlog there.
Bro,
I'll send you the link.
You know the comic book guy.
shit.
You know the comic book guy that sells the comics and shit in Simpsons. You know, the big dude with the.
Oh
black
yeah,
hat.
yeah, I know what you're
So
talking about.
There's like him there. Like, so-
What?
Yeah.
The comic book store I went to as a kid, there was a dude who was almost exactly like that guy.
I don't believe
I want
it.
to meet him.
I mean,
I
yeah.
believe you, I believe
And then when I turned when I got to like 6th grade and I decided I didn't like comic books, I sold him my entire collection for like $150. And my dad was pissed. He was like,
Nice.
that was worth a lot more than that. I'm like, yeah, right.
That's some white people shit, Adam. Definitely some white people shit.
Having a comic book collection,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And
That is
selling
definitely
it-
some white people shit.
Selling
yeah.
it and then your dad being like, hey, what the hell?
My dad was like, you should have let me give you the money that they would have gave you, and I would have held on to it so we could have further assessed the value of that later on. And I thought that was
Do you still
really
think about it? Does it still like haunt you?
no, because it's like I got $150. What
could've
was
been
maybe at most it was worth
400 grand.
1,000. Like, I'll be all right.
You know, Gabe had an ant farm collection growing up.
Really?
What are you
Crazy.
talking
And an
about?
alien ant farm CD.
I never had an ant farm, dude. I had a dog. I have a dog.
I used to know a kid that used to eat red ants, bro.
Ooh,
That's
a
weird.
sick motherfucker.
I got bit one by one the
He
other
would
day.
just like search through the floor for them little piles and just like look, start eating ants, bro.
Is that like an English
Is that
thing?
UK?
Nah, it's the
Serious question. Did any of you guys ever like torture animals or anything?
Hell no.
Okay.
fuck no.
Man.
Because my girl was saying that is like what, like, because she listens to all these like
Leads to serial
podcasts
Yeah.
about serial killers,
Yeah,
and
it
they
is. It
all,
does.
and she was asking me because I think my girl always kind of wants to know if she thinks I might be like
used to draw
actually
circles
crazy.
around ants and shit.
Well, I used to take salt and put it on slugs.
That's not that bad though.
It's not that bad, right?
Nah,
They're so
nah,
small.
Yeah, it's normal.
Nah, it's
But
That's
people
normal.
used to like cut off squirrels' legs and like
Oh, that's-
cut off frog legs and like staple them to their door and shit. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It starts from that, and then they're like, all right,
I want to cut a human.
kidnap a kid, kill it, and it's like, it keeps going, bro. No, it's real.
No,
shit.
I know you're just being dead ass serious.
Well, I had a
Yeah,
photography class when I was in high school, and I saw a dead squirrel on the ground, so I took a picture of it, and then the fucking photography teacher like called the fucking cops and shit.
No, see, that's fucked up. That's
yeah.
not right. That's
Well,
not
I mean, I guess I
You were
understand.
just really artistic.
I just saw a dead squirrel. I'm like, oh, boom! I took a photo
That's
of it.
some really artistic shit.
How would I have killed the squirrel? What am I going to run it over? Am I like this master driver? Like, how,
You see a squirrel go, you hit a U-turn.
you're making me think of like ways that I could catch a squirrel, and that alone seems like I would be at a loss.
Yeah.
I have to set a
We
trap.
went from tour to dead squirrels. This is crazy.
Yeah, people are going to think we're really
Going
fucked up.
fast.
I also just remembered that Nick had a Dragonite tattoo, which means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That's and Gengar. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I got a Jirachi and War Turtle.
Oh shit! There you go. See, I have a Charmeleon on my leg.
Bro.
Yeah.
What?
You want to see it?
Well,
Proud of it.
okay, brother.
Oh shit. That's
Nice.
I just fully put my ass in Gabe's face.
I was like,
Sorry about
I
that.
was like, all right.
How did you become DJ Scheme? You're just that much of a schemer?
No, dude, I used to rap.
He used to be a scammer.
I used I never scammed in my life, bro.
I did.
I sold drugs. Oh,
That's a scam.
that's not a scam.
Nah, it's an illegal
Actually, no,
business.
selling weed is not drugs.
Well, selling mid is not a drug.
Gabe sold midget.
It was not midget. It was not midget.
You're back to smoking midge on this tour?
Hell no, you know I'm smoking gas. Man. I just rolled up some Jungle Boys.
That's fire. Shout out to our sponsor, Bearwoods.
Shouts out to Bearwood.
And shout out Jungle Boys, too. Yeah, where the fuck's my bag at? I got a whole bunch of pre-rolls if you guys want them.
Maybe.
No, pre-roll blunts, not like pre-roll
No, I know what you mean.
joints. Okay.
Middle pack. I'm just kidding.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
It's not
No mid.
It's gas?
There's wax in that and shit.
Oh, word.
And they don't use fucking spit when they roll it.
I
So
would
they
not
use
want
water?
them.
I just want to say also that I reject Bexey's characterization of England as there not being a lot of crazy drugs there, because all the people I know in England do
There's
fuckloads
drugs
of
here.
coke and
There's
ketamine.
We have the best drugs like coke, cat, and all that. But we, like Percocets,
You guys are not
Oh,
on
all
the
board.
this shit
pills?
that sounds like
Yeah.
Pokemon characters. We don't have. Just like, but we do have better coke, better cat, better everything like that. Ecstasy.
But I don't get how England would have better coke.
I don't know, but it is. I don't know.
That's how you
Their
feel.
coding sucks though.
Well, I've heard from this a lot of people. You have to mix pills with
It's
The
fucking
what?
disgusting.
The what?
Codeine.
like if you want to drink
Oh,
lean
yeah,
in
but it's
England, you
fucking
got to do some
disgusting.
science
No, you guys
experiments
do
on.
have it.
Yeah, but you have to like extract it and mix it with
Yeah,
shit.
like they sell
yeah.
codeine, and I think they sell promethazine. So
Yeah.
like do yourself, but it's
Lil Nar
fucking-
told me
fuck
about
that.
this. He said it's not
Disgusting.
worth it.
Yeah, nah.
I mean,
worth
shit.
it.
If you need it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
You ever done ketamine? I never did it.
That's some white people
I'm just-
shit.
It is, right? Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
scared of
I've never
on my
done
nose.
ketamine.
Having a Dragonite tattoo is some white people shit too, and Fat Nick is clearly a POC. So
I'm half Latino.
yeah, I know you.
No, that is so funny. He's like coughing.
Saying that he's white is like saying that Lil Xan's white.
Lil Xan,
Diego.
He's not white.
He's not white. I was just gonna say that.
He's not black, but he's not white.
Can you speak
If
Spanish?
your first name is Diego, you're not white.
You're white. You can be white.
I'm sure he's white, bro.
He's white.
He's,
I think he's Paisa.
white passing.
I mean, dude.
What does that even really mean?
Mexican.
Yeah, he is.
What happened
Definitely.
with him and the Cheeto thing? Is that a joke?
I think he was joking, but
was a
dude, the
joke.
fucking BBC had it on the
He's in
front
hospital for
page.
Cheetos. I
He
told you
said
they're
it on
hot,
Instagram
bro.
Live, and
don't
they just
play
went
the
with it.
spice, you know?
Yeah.
Diego, praying for you.
Yeah,
Tighten up,
I was
man.
saying in a video the other day that Tekashi 69 is the master troll and that Lil Xan is the accidental troll because he is constantly making headlines, but by
Yeah.
accident.
You know, I
The
made a tweet. I
accidental
deleted it. I
troll.
deleted it.
What?
Who's funnier, Tekashi or Lil Xan?
Right.
And sometimes I can say that Lil Xan's situations are funnier.
Yeah, well, that's why it
My
sucks that
dad's
Pump's gone because
crackhead
Pump
shit.
is like the other hilarious. When you look at like funniest SoundCloud rappers, there needs to be a chart for that.
I just found out my dad's a crackhead. That is one of the hardest things. If you don't sample that and put that in a song, man, you tripping.
That was great. Or like the thing
good.
with him and Noah Cyrus at the VMAs where he's mushing his face against her. It's not like he planned on doing that. It was just
He did. I feel like he does that on purpose or something.
Our
He
relationship
definitely did
was
that on purpose, bro.
our relationship was faked
Fine.
by Columbia Records.
He's smart.
That was so good. Remember
Best
that
tweet.
tweet?
Yeah,
Remember
I
that?
just tweeted it,
He
yeah.
stole the tweet from me. I was like,
You tweeted it
He
first.
said what? He said what?
he said, I thought Wait.
I thought it was real, but our entire relationship was staged by Columbia Records or some shit. And then you just tweeted it, and then I saw it, and I'm like, fuck him. I'm tweeting the exact same. Because you said it wrong, too. You spelled something wrong. That's why I didn't want to retweet it.
I don't know how to spell things really well. I'm not a speller.
No, that's totally fine. It's totally understandable.
That's why my tweets don't blow up as much.
No, because you're not verified. You got to get verified.
Yeah.
Trust me.
How do I get verified?
Easy.
Yeah, you can get verified.
You know what? Every label's like, I'll get you verified. I'm
Yeah,
like,
just sign this contract.
I don't give a damn about that
No,
shit.
but you do
I
on
should
Twitter
get it
because
right.
there's a separate tab for verified mentions,
verified people
and
talk.
someone like me that gets way too many mentions, I check that a lot more than I check the other tab.
I'm a piece of shit.
That's all right.
So I'm like a peasant amongst gods right now.
A crumb.
I'm not verified on Twitter.
You're not verified on Twitter?
No, he's not.
We
and
got
I've
to get
seen
you
that
in there
already.
too, man.
Fuck
You're
you
on No
guys.
Jumper. That's enough right there. Honestly, like you're supposed to. It's just like if you've been covered by like
I
media
have
or
been
had
already,
articles.
plenty of
Yeah, you
times.
have other interviews
That's
too.
fucked up.
You just have to put together the little resume thing. Honestly,
I thought I did that.
Go to Ski's label people. Say, hey, help
you. No, I'm
me, and also fuck you.
Help me.
Be like, listen, help me.
I wouldn't say
and they will
fuck
do
you.
it.
You know what I mean,
I fuck with
verified?
public. What?
Mikey.
Where's Mikey?
Mikey.
Magician. Where's he at?
Airbnb.
He's got connections.
Dude, it's a
You know
button.
what? Tarek should get me verified.
See, there's someone else who could probably do it.
You don't. Tarek doesn't care. No,
He
I'm
doesn't
just
care
kidding.
about you?
He does
He doesn't
love
care
me.
about your verification?
Nah, that's my brother, man. I love Tarek to death, man. Shout out Rolling Loud.
Yeah, shout out Rolling
Rolling
Loud.
Loud. You know what the fuck is going on. You dig what I'm saying.
I'm pressing him, trying to have me host the LA date. I'm like, you got to have me host this.
You want me to tell him to do it?
You ever
should
toured
do
with
it
Matt
too.
before?
Yeah,
He's
that's
awesome.
tight.
He's cool.
Matt got it out the mud.
Yeah.
Shit.
FaceTime Tarek Main.
Oh God, here we go.
To Tarek Main. I wish I could change my Siri to me.
Technology.
Do you think that he gets like offended when people call him Tariq, which I like frequently do?
Yes.
I heard he does.
He doesn't
does
like
get
that.
offended. If he doesn't answer, he doesn't give a fuck about me.
His last name's Maine, or is that just
He has 2 phones.
Maine? That's what I
got
was thinking.
two.
I just was like, that's not really his last
He
name.
might be
right?
with his child though. So
Yeah.
that's the only exception.
He also just probably thinks you're a J and just wants to avoid talking to you.
Yeah, right. He's my brother, man.
Well, for those
Now
who don't
now I
know,
look like a J.
Tarek manages Wi-Fi and does the Rolling Loud Festival, and apparently doesn't fuck with Scheme because he didn't pick up the call.
What the fuck? He also manages me and Danny Towers and
Oh, yeah.
Henry Dyer.
Okay. Well, I think of Wi-Fi. And I just
Have
assume
you ever seen Adam get beat the fuck up in his
Listen.
own interview?
Tarek ain't doing his job if he don't have you verified on Twitter. He got to get in there,
Dick,
get in
tell
the
him,
trenches.
tell him, man. Tell him
yeah,
that shit,
get in
man.
the trenches,
Come
man.
on, man. Acting like I don't got a hard ass. I got some records, man.
Yeah.
Scheme season coming soon, 2019, bitch.
So you don't get sick of going on tour for months at a time? You just got done with the ski tour, now you're back out with Nick.
I was made for this shit, man. And it's only cool because it's Nick and Bexey and like the homies. I wouldn't go on another tour with anybody else. I would have went home and slept and played Fortnite. But it's only because it's them.
And we're lit.
Yeah, tour wouldn't be possible around people you're not comfortable with.
No way, dude.
Like, even from the first day, it was
Uh-huh.
like all your dudes I'd never met before, and it was just instantly all on the same level. Like,
Gang.
you know,
Tour
I couldn't
really,
do that.
it brings you together and makes you feel this connection,
I know why I
right?
look little.
Why?
Because I'm in this little chair.
That is little, huh?
Look, I look normal now.
Little with a D.
How do you say it?
Little.
Little. Little.
Little.
Lil Wayne.
Lil
How do you-
Pump.
Little.
Little.
What do you-
Little. That's a shop in UK.
What do you know about
Fuck you.
the ex
Piece of
Lil
shit. I knew
Wayne
you
thing
were
that we
gonna do
just
that.
found out about? No, because you know about this. Tell me, what do you know about the ex Lil Wayne thing?
Wait, when does this come out?
Tomorrow or today? It's all right. The album will be out by the time this comes out.
You swear to God.
This doesn't
Yeah, the
fucking
album-
matter. Even if it came out,
It's already out in London and shit, because like overseas
yeah,
it's already 12.
it's gonna be out in like 4 hours.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I feel like when I say things and then it doesn't happen. So you know what? I'm not gonna say shit. But just know this, motherfuckers. Oh, I shouldn't say that on YouTube and shit, right?
No, that's totally okay.
Can you bleep that?
So X is on the
it's
first
it's-
song on the Wayne album. Let's talk about it. Air it out.
That's not happening because I'm
Okay.
not gonna say that. Well, it's not. I'm not.
That's what we heard.
What's not happening is me saying that. But what I will say though is that X has a lot of records with a lot of big artists coming out, and I will tell you what, man, it's gonna be awesome.
That's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Tell us everything you know.
I'm not doing that. People ask me all the time.
He wants it so bad.
I don't. I would love to. I feel like everybody should know.
Nick, were you pissed off that you weren't able to get the clearance to have that Peep song on your album?
I got it.
Let's talk about it.
I got it. It's still dropping. You know, shit happens, so I couldn't, but I still got it.
Right.
I just burnt my jeans.
It's coming out real soon.
Soon, really.
It is. Honestly, that record is so fucking good. And you know what? What's funny? All the shit talkers, X was gonna be on that record too. So fuck you. It's true. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
It was definitely, and he was like trying to do it. So
Yeah, I have Peep.
I have a
Peep's on
message.
here. That's Peep's, like, no cap. That's his last verse he ever recorded.
Really?
It was in Miami. Last verse. I was like, yo, I need you on my album. He's like, yo, let's fucking do it. So, dude, when he got there, recorded it. Fucking awesome.
So you already have the song ready to go?
Yeah, like, okay, so I showed him that song 4 months ago. He's like, Nick, this is my favorite song you've ever done in my whole life. He's like, can I get on it? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, that's why I showed it to you. He's like, all right, cool. And then, like I said, I went to Europe, he went to America run. We didn't have time. He's like, yo, Nick, I couldn't record it. That's when you were on my picture. He's like, yo, I disappointed you, blase, blase, I couldn't do it. I'm like, yo, you're good. Like, I won't drop my album until I get it. And then he gets to Miami and he records it. And then, yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's still coming out, though. You know, shit happens, like, shit gets complicated and sticky and shit like that.
All that label bullshit. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. A lot of people's worst fear is that they're just gonna like whore out Peep's music in like a really tasteless way. Are you worried about that too?
I feel like the people that have it under wrap are doing a good job. And, like, at least, like, before you drop shit, like, I get asked shit. Like, yo, Nick, what do you feel about this record? What do you feel about this? I should do the same shit to Bexey. Like, they add, like, the people who have his music shit ask. You feel me? So, I just asking people that gave a shit about Peep and, like, know what people would want to do with his stuff. So.
Yeah.
You know, always new shit I've heard is amazing. You know?
Yeah. All his new record is hard.
The whole
Like, the shit he got with,
Solitude,
yeah,
like,
shit with Smoking Sack and shit. That shit's fucking awesome.
Bro, you know he had an EP with Harry Fraud.
Ooh.
Have you heard that?
I heard some of it.
Really?
that's pretty hard.
It's the best music I've ever heard from him.
Man,
Wow, I love Harry Fraud
Yeah,
production
bro,
back in the day.
like,
Action
I
Bronson
love
shit.
It's crazy.
I love hearing that he has music.
From him being like a huge
A lot
Max
of
B
music.
fan and like French Montana and shit, and now Peep, Harry Fraud.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
That's
I don't know where
sick.
that is, but I've only heard it once, one whole way through. I think it's like 5 songs. But like at the beginning, it's like a guitar, and he was like, "That's me singing." Harry Fraud was like, "Sing." Like Peep started singing, turned his voice into a guitar. Like, it's like
Wow.
yeah, it's powerful. It's
That's
powerful.
raw.
I don't know like where it is, but
I love hearing that our homies have music that's like not out yet.
Yeah.
I love hearing unreleased music.
It's crazy too because Peep was the kind of person to go just do like 10 songs in a night, getting fucked up, hanging out with his friends.
That's
Like,
the thing. It's the same thing with X though. X didn't get fucked up though, but it was like same work.
do you think though? Because I always wonder
Man,
if
you know
X
how many
was X
people-
just making
you know how
songs
many
or was he
people-
working on
No.
single songs for long periods of
Dude,
time?
dude,
You
no.
know, so tell me.
No, dude. When X would lock in, it was a week. Every album would be like, it'd be like a straggler song. Like there'd be a song or two that was worked on like before at some random point, like on tour, and then like he locks in for 1 week and finishes the album. It's like one feeling. That's what he tries to do. 1 week. It's like a feeling. You know what I mean? And then like same thing for the Question Mark album.
Right.
It was like the same concept. Like it was just like him and all his people. Actually, you know what? I think the Question Mark might have been longer than a week, but it was a very short. It's always a short period of time, and he would lock in really hard and just make music. But then on the side, there would be like him going to studios and seeing people, or him like FaceTiming random people and being like, "I'm gonna remix your song. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." Like you know
Right.
what I mean? He'd just do random shit.
He was just the
'Cause
most
he
like
was always in the
sporadic
house.
person with who he was going to talk to,
Yeah,
who he was going to hit up.
He
Yeah.
used to hit up at the Zine. Like I remember that. Like I'm gonna remix this shit. Like hit up another person. Yeah, I'm gonna remix this. It was like he just tried to like touch.
That's why,
everybody.
yeah, it was so crazy when he passed because there were so many people. Even somebody like Juice World, who had like just come out, really, like when he passed, Juice World had only been known for a couple months. It's
Yeah,
like he had this whole conversation telling Juice World about how great he was going to be, all this shit.
Yeah, John just reached out to everybody. You know what I mean? He would always do that. Cause like even I have messages from like before when Wi-Fi and I were doing things of him reaching out to us, just trying to like speak to us. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
always that type of person, even with the fans. So like, I feel like, you know, that's just where that comes from, I guess.
Dude, the whole fucking vibe in Florida when I was out there for his service and everything was like,
Like it was that pause, right? It was that a stop.
I swear to God, I felt it everywhere I went. Like, from everyone, like, because you know the Uber drivers fucking knew about it, even if they didn't know anything about rap, and they were asking me about it and shit.
That was the worst week of my life.
Yeah,
So, I will say like what Bexey said about like I was a boy, and then like my homeboy, one of my best friends, really like a brother to me, you know, Jose, he was killed. You know what I mean? I never had nobody get shot and killed before in my life, and I live in Florida. I had nobody. That's not true, because people from high school, people that pass away, dying, getting murdered and shit. That's that happens in Florida, especially with guns. But it's like someone who I consider my brother, like my little brother at home, Leo. If like I felt like he passed away, you know what I mean? Like when Jose passed away. So that was like, I grew up, bro. I feel like I'm so much older now, for sure. I was a fucking child, bro. I didn't understand shit. And after that, bro, like it was like a fucking real reality check. Like, yo. Like
X and Peep, it was just so senseless in both cases, you know?
Peep too. Peep fucked me up. When Peep passed away, that shit fucked me up. Because I was with Ski. A lot of people that I want to talk about that shit again, you know what I mean? Like that whole situation. I was with Ski in his apartment. We were playing Fortnite when he passed away. And we were talking about Peep on my soul. Crazy Geo. We played Fortnite with him. He can co-sign that. We were talking about Peep. Like, about how, like, his music. We were talking about his music and shit. And literally, I looked at my phone. I'm like, yo, Stokes, Peep passed away. And he's like, what? Like, that shit was, it was so weird, bro. And so, like, that, man, I don't know. I feel like people just start to pass away, and it's like reality checks for everybody. Sometimes, and it's always the most influential people that pass away. It's always, like, Mac just passed. Like, that was super shitty, I know, for everybody, bro, for everybody. So I feel like those type of people always pass away. You know what I mean?
When Mac died, because I didn't know him or anything, but it was crazy just like seeing so many people come out and say how much he meant to them, because it was just from me observing that. I'm like, this is exactly how I felt when X or Pete passed.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, Mac dying fucked me up.
What?
Really?
I was on tour, bro.
I read it. I was in the Airbnb and I read it on Twitter. Some DJ retweeted it. I was like, nah, that's ain't real.
What?
Tapped to him, bro. I couldn't even stand. Like, it fucked me up, bro.
Feel that.
The first ever thing I ever recorded was on my boy's webcam. I didn't even have a mic. It was all like Mac Miller covers, Like seeing him have such an impact on the world, like being a similar age and shit. It's like, I can do this shit too,
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to process everything going on, bro.
Right?
It's like,
it's so
everyone's
shitty.
Fucking dying, bro. Like,
it's so shitty.
Yeah.
And like being young in this shit, it's so shitty. Like, it's shitty.
Your whole world just gets thrown upside down every few months, and you have to pick the pieces
up. It's
up.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, I hid in Nick's house, basically. When that shit happened, I literally, Nick's house. Like, I would only come out to do, like, the Jose-related things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and I went to the BET Awards, too, with Stokely, and that was fucking weird, like, I don't know. It was just a weird week. Not even that. It was a weird, it's still a weird 3 months. You know what I mean? And it's just like, fuck, man. I don't understand it.
When I seen you guys perform the other day, that was sort of the vibe that I got. It was like, it was part rap show, but it was also like part memorial service, just because
every single night,
the presence of their music and stuff is just such a big looming factor. And it's really like on you guys, people like you guys, to keep their names alive and to keep that music alive,
Yeah. And that shit sucks, though. It sucks, man. Because I wish my homie was here to, do what he wanted to do. I know they feel the same way about Peep. So, having that pressure on you. And, when people talk shit, that's why, it hurts me so much. Because I'm like, damn, yo, you don't know, what it feels like, the pressure. I think I might have tweeted it once. I was like, yo, I'm happy that it's me that has this feeling of, knowing someone personally and having to deal with it. And, not you guys. Look how you guys are already acting. How do you think I feel? That, that was, someone I considered family. You know what I mean? I was family. You know what I mean? So, it's just damn, how could you be so fucking narrow-minded? How could you feel that way? How would you feel if your brother died? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's I go to you and I'm like, yo, fuck your brother, bro. That man was pussy. That man was pussy, bro.
But there's actually journalists and shit.
I would never do that to anybody.
There's actually people who work at legitimate magazines or publications who have that kind of shit to say, which is crazy to me.
I don't give a damn, bro. noisy, a bunch of articles, a bunch of blogs that write shit about my brother, man. You know, shout out Double XL, man. Because the owner, that lady, she came to the
That's
funeral.
real, yeah.
She was there the whole time.
Shout out Vanessa. That was when I met her.
Yeah, she's real, bro. And at the end of the day, it's like other blogs, man. They be talking that shit, and they be letting their little people that write articles write shit up. Like, if you like, how are you gonna run a company and let something like that slide, man? Like, and then you're gonna put the blame on the writer. You're letting it happen. You are at fault for what you are writing. That is your company, bro. You're literally saying something like, oh yeah, look at this kid. Look what happened in his past. Talking shit about two kids that their mothers agreed upon putting a song together. That's crazy to me. You are crazy.
That
And
noisy article in particular was just
What?
they just ignored all the details. Like they didn't mention Nick or anything that he had to say about it. He didn't mention what X's mom had to say about it.
Shit, I said shit about it too on the internet, and it's like, yo, that's crazy to me, bro. And like, whenever I make posts like that, they get a lot of attention because people know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So like, I know you guys see that shit. I know y'all see what we say about y'all. Like, give a fuck about y'all companies, bro, and start writing up some real motherfucking articles, bro. Get some real facts, bro, before you start spewing bullshit for clicks. That shit ain't cool, man. And if any of y'all feel a certain type of way, like I said before, my DMs are open and you can fame me any fucking time, bro. That's really how I feel, bro.
Hell yeah, you want some Rush shit? You gotta send some goons.
Nah, I don't need no goons, bro. I'll fight you one-on-one, bro.
Send some goons to Vice.
Set that shit up. We could run that shit.
Pull up to Venice.
That shit's crazy to me, though.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But you know what? Shouts out to the homies, though. I fuck with all my homies. That's one thing I will say. I love y'all motherfuckers.
I feel like this is the first time pretty much that I've been able to have like a really good in-depth chat with people who knew both of them, like on the podcast. We've been trying to do this for a couple months, you fucking asshole.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
But you know what I mean? That's why. It's been like hectic.
Yeah.
So it was cool. And I couldn't do it without these people. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to speak about it. And I don't know how you guys feel about speaking about Peep, how comfortable you feel around me. But the way I feel about you guys is like, I can speak about it because they understand. Like,
We're
I'm
going
not
through
here.
the same shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the day X died, bro, I messaged you a big message.
Yeah,
like,
I
I can't tour. I can't wait to be with you, bro.
For sure. I remember
Be
that.
around good
I was so
energy,
happy
you
too,
know?
man. Like that's the shit that makes me
Rather
happy.
than us being alone in our rooms dealing with these demons, you know,
Facts,
like
man.
letting this shit defeat us. We're out together, man.
Facts.
Performing every night, playing their songs. The whole crowd are with us.
That's what it's about.
And every show I do, I say it to the crowd. I'm like, people tweet me all the time, Bexey, I've got anxiety. I don't want to come to your show. Like, I'm like, everyone next to you is your family, you know?
Facts.
You ain't got to feel alone when you're with us.
Yo,
when you're with
I be
me.
saying it at shows.
I say it
man.
every single show.
Wrong.
Because I know there's kids at the back, like, fucking shaking, you know? That around such a big crowd. Like,
Man, facts.
and when they hear that, I look at their face and I see the effect it has on them.
Mm-hmm.
People start hugging each other. People
Right.
start shaking hands. It's
Lit.
beautiful. You know, and we do things differently, man. It's easy to sense the energy. These fucking weak posers, man. Saying that for the youth, but not doing a single thing. We love the youth. We're here for you. No, you're not. You know they're depressed and you're trying to capitalize off it. So fuck you. Whoever feels some type of way watching me right now.
Ain't shit,
Yeah.
man. That's why I love Bexey, man. I fucks with Bexey.
Go in.
Yeah.
Tell them how you really feel.
Amen.
That's how I feel.
What else should we talk about before we wrap this up? Anything come to mind?
Oh yeah, they're working on a project together.
Oh no.
Was I not supposed to talk about that? I don't
No,
care.
talk
That's
about
it.
Nice, yeah.
There it is.
Oh, hey, we have a K-pop song.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Of course.
it's so good.
Bro, there's no word for it.
It's gonna
Like,
hit Billboard, I promise.
How'd this come about?
It was me and Bexey and Mikey the Magician, and he made like a fire ass beat.
he's into K-pop.
Yeah,
Me
like he
too.
loved K-pop.
So K-pop is like a type of beat. There doesn't actually have to be any Korean people involved. It
Don't
can still
ask
be
me.
K-pop.
It's meant to be Korean pop. Maybe we
Yeah.
should word it like something pop.
It's in
but
that vibe. Feel,
It's
you know what I mean?
that vibe.
It's influenced by it.
Alright, it's K-pop influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I recorded on it with Mikey, and it was fucking lit. And then Bexey came to Miami for Rolling Loud, and I was like, yo, get on it. And yeah. But I hit Billboard Top 10.
As soon as you hit play, it's like magic, you know.
I feel like Korea is probably ready for you guys, like to be.
Oh yeah,
that
we're gonna go out there and shoot a
super
video.
group. Yes, like Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman. Go do it in North Korea, dude.
I'm supposed to go to South Korea with Ski.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You're calling him again.
No, he just called me back.
Oh,
I missed it.
you missed it.
Boom.
Let's put this man.
Yeah.
Hold it to the mic.
Hold on, look, you're on no jumper.
You're on
right
no
now.
jumper. What's up?
Shit, man, I'm looking nice right now. Just been fresh up out of the shower.
Oh no, they can't see you. They can just hear you.
They can just hear you.
This is Tarek from Rolling Loud for the people at home.
It's fucking Tarek, Adam. Fuck.
Tarek, sorry. Fuck, we're going back and forth about that. Damn it.
I told him that. I told him. Hey, listen, he wants to be the host of the LA thing.
I know, we're already talking about it. Are we live right now?
Yes, but not really.
Not really.
There's probably like so many people in here. I'm that dub ass dude that throws Rolling Loud.
Yeah, we already told them about you.
I'm a fucking cornball.
I also, but
Loud. I'm such a cornball.
yo, but I said that you're not doing your job because you haven't got Scheme verified on Twitter. What's up with that?
Oh damn, I'm really not. Really not.
Hey, say what's up to Nick.
Yo, it's Nick.
What's poppin',
Yo,
bitch?
Nicky Gordo. Hottest pretty boy.
Say what's up to Bexey.
You heard it here first.
What's up, bro?
Oh my God, it's a bunch of legends.
Bless.
All right, they're telling us that we have to wrap this up.
We gotta wrap this up, Slime Ball. Bye, Tarek.
Bye, Tarek. All right, you guys want to send any shout outs or let us know about like new projects that are coming out since we're getting this is getting canceled
Yeah.
or ended?
Shout out the tour we on. It's lit.
Yeah.
I got a new song with Bexey coming out. Me
Get
and
tickets.
my twin famous Dex got a song coming out too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get tickets.
So
Get
it's lit.
tickets to the tour. Come show
Yeah,
up.
come see us in the show.
Yeah.
What's
come
the
see
next
us.
date? San Diego or something?
Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
Right?
we got-
Yeah, Santa
we
Barbara
got West
stuff.
Coast, and
Fire.
then yeah, their project's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, we have an EP, a K-pop song, a K-pop video, lots more. Magic only. No bullshit, no weak shit, no fuck shit. Only magic.
Magic.
Shouts out to Ski, man. I love you, Ski. Gang shit.
Yeah.
And wait.
That's an interview we need in the future.
Yeah, in the future for sure. But hey, Sweet Life of Ski and Scheme on the way. We working on that.
That's
gonna
the
be hard.
project that's on the way?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Okay.
I can't let nobody swagger jack that.
DJ Scheme also wants you to know that you should buy his merch.
Yeah. I don't
Wait,
think
is it
it's-
online
I
still?
don't think it's available anymore. Shout out Sukami. Ooh, shout out Sukami, man. It's the hardest shit, man. We just did a collab, man. $13,000 in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Get off me.
I like those numbers. All right. Chris Long. Grab this flick, Chris. There it is. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming on and talking with me, man. It was fun. Meaningful. People needed to hear this.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You're No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Shout out Bexey, Fat Nick, DJ Scheme, a.k.a. Gabe.
Don Chris
Bum
Jr.
ass motherfucker. Don Chris Jr., that's what you're saying now?
That's fucked up, man.
Why?
Shout out Don Kress. Nah, I love the Kress.
You came out his ball sack. You're under the armpit.
I think I'm lit.
Yeah, all right. Debatable. Peace.
It's